Yes, squeeze it and you pull it.
I'm still heterosexual.
Oh, yes, sir. Hi, I'm John Henson. Welcome to Talk Soup, now sodium-free. Hey, our old buddy Tom Arnold has been named Grand Marshal of this year's Hollywood Christmas Parade. Congratulations, Tom. I know that is a bitter disappointment to all you people who are betting on Robert Downey Jr. because, you know, he just loves the snow. And congratulations to the Florida Marlins, National League champs. All right, they won their series last night. You know, folks, the late Mike Royko used to pick the World Series winners by saying which team has the least amount of ex-Chicago Cubs. So let's put the theory to test. Baltimore has 3 ex-Cubs, Cleveland 1, and Florida none. So congratulations to the world champion Florida Marlins. All right, let's just skip the series and move on to the NBA opener. Coming up on today's show, the world's cheapest man, a peek inside the president's pants, plus some pious hamsters head west. Yeah! Circle the wagons, here comes Richard Gere. But seriously, folks, first up, his name is Shaka, so you know he's popular with the ladies. This Jerry Springer guest has been stringing along 2 young lovelies, his ex-girlfriend Heather and his new girlfriend Keisha. In the following highlight, Shaka brags about his covert seduction skills. I guess that training with the CIA School of Commando lovemaking really paid off.
Here's Shaka.
Last night, who did you have sex with last night, me or her?
Both.
Or her. What you mean? Was you or was you not with me twice yesterday?
Yeah.
Was you?
Then I went down to the hotel.
When? Last night when? You was with me last night.
Not when I went for my walk.
Yes, you was. I followed you last night.
Then
and
you would have seen me in her room.
You did not go to her apartment. You did not go to that hotel. I'm sorry.
I wasn't her hotel.
No, you did not go to
Yeah,
her
well, I
hotel.
was like Carl Lewis, went from one room to the other.
No, you were not in the same hotel.
Whatever.
Why, welcome to the show, but why are you with 2 separate women in the same night?
Because, see, I'm a man, so therefore my needs need to be fulfilled.
Oh, well, I think that explains it all. The irrepressible Shaka, everybody. Yeah, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. Put a Denver boot on that guy's clock, for God's sake. Oh, boy. Yeah, they're painful, Denver boots. Friday on Jerry, vengeance is mine, saith these angry former guests. They'll return to confront the ex-lovers who dogged them on previous shows. Oh, I smell violence. Many's the time we featured Nicole Reynolds on Talk Soup, and many's the time she screamed till our delicate ears started bleeding. Nice to know some things never change. Well, folks, this home team highlight features Reynolds demonstrating a few of her patented self-defense techniques. She'll be assisted by a couple of staff members named Chris and Lindsay. Okay.
This time, all you're going to do is, like, change your attitude. It's like you think of being annoyed. If you have teenagers, you'll know how to do that. Okay, walk towards me and you just go like this. Hi, how you doing? Right. I mean, it isn't like women learn to go, hello, how are you, cute stuff. It isn't like that. It's like, what? What do you want? If they say, what time is it? Say, what the hell am I, a watch? Get away from me. It's that annoyed from the beginning, you know, so from the front.
Loud.
Obnoxious. Well, yes. But you know what's the scariest, truthfully, and you've probably had this, the scariest, I think, is from behind you. You know, you're walking along, suddenly you get that feeling, you know, and you don't know, so come up here with me. We're walking like this. You get on this side of me, okay? We're walking like this, and he's behind us. You stand in place, okay? Don't let him get close enough to touch you. Put your arm out like this. Don't let him get close enough to hit or kick you, right? So just walk in place. We're walking like this, you know, and you feel that behind you. And what is it you want to know? If they're following you, turn around and ask them, what, are you following me?
You know, generally I'm a pretty peaceable guy, but those self-defense techniques make me want to hit somebody on the head with a tire iron. Anyway, sometimes being obnoxious isn't enough. Here's Nicole explaining how to take action if actually attacked.
Only if they start to hurt you do you do anything. Then go for the knee. Bam, bam, bam. Go for for the nose if you have to, and if you go for the groin, you grab it, you squeeze it, and you pull it.
Oh, if I had a nickel. Friday on the home team, discover 1,003 great things about getting older. No, senility, loss of sex drive, and that eminent tango with the Grim Reaper did not make the list. The following Lisa highlight plays like a colorized episode of The Twilight Zone. We're about to see Claire Sylvia, a woman whose life was saved after she received a heart and pair of lungs from an 18-year-old male donor. The amazing thing is, after her body accepted the organs, there were certain bizarre psychological repercussions.
But tell them about your dream.
Well, it was about 6 months after the transplant. I had a dream that I was in an open field with a young man. I saw him clearly. He was my good friend. His name was Tim L. We were in a friendly relationship.
Tim L.
And I was about to leave him. I came back to say goodbye. We kissed, and as we kissed, I inhaled him into me, knowing that we would be together forever. When I awakened from the dream, I felt that it symbolized that I had really, truly integrated the heart and lungs within me, and that this had to be my donor, whose name was Tim L.
And in fact,
well, I tried to check it out. The authorities wouldn't let me know. It was another 6 months that I did find the obituary, 6 months after, and his name was Tim L.
do you mind if I read from your book?
Go right ahead. There is a story.
Oh, my goodness. So I marked this page.
I know what you're going to read. It will answer that question.
She says, sometimes people ask me whether my sexual preferences have changed since the transplant. While this hasn't happened in an overt way, I am often drawn to women. No, hang on. The women whose looks I liked before the transplant were tall, slender, dark, and after the transplant, you preferred a different kind of woman.
That I looked at as thinking they were attractive. I'm still heterosexual, though.
Oh, well, give it time. Claire's book is called Change of Heart. Get it? Some of the other titles she considered, say, Buddy, Can You Spare Some Entrails? No Guts, No Glory, and The Long and Winding Road. Friday, numerologist Glynis McCants has Lisa's number. She's going to predict the future and count to 10. Is there nothing you can't do with those wacky digits? Still ahead on Talk Soup, a man so cheap he recycles paper towels. And an in-depth look at what President calls Air Force One. And after the break, Jay Leno catches up on his reading. I don't think that quite made sense.
Here's a man, I'm sure, a very qualified, excellent physician, just has a rather unfortunate name for what he does. Dr. Jameel Butt, who specializes in colon treatment.
Laughter. She's one of the most talented comedians of all time.
Love.
They were right together. He loved her.
Loss.
She called. I think it was to say goodbye.
E celebrates the life of one of our funniest and most courageous comedians. This Sunday at 8, it's the premiere of Gilda Radner, the E! True Hollywood Story. But first at 6.
She was like an angel.
E's acclaimed series looks at Karen Carpenter. Go behind the laughter and the love songs on the E! True Hollywood Story. This Sunday beginning at 6, only on E!
If your skin feels as dry as a desert, Curel lotion can heal it better. Curel moisturizes better than Lubriderm and Carry, increasing your skin's moisture level 210%. You can see the cure in Curel.
Why is America on America Online?
It puts the whole internet right at my fingertips.
You can send instant messages just like that.
The news is breaking. I've got it now.
I can stay a little closer to my family.
You've got mail.
America Online. Easy to use, friendly menus.
Put in the disc, click, you're online.
And we've been working night and day to more than double capacity and make it even easier.
I got homework help, and my dad thinks I'm a genius.
America Online. So easy to use, no wonder it's #1.
If your plastic diaper can't breathe, there's no need to feel blue. Make a wish for the one that lets fresh air flow through. Welcome Breathable Huggies Supreme. It's the only diaper that breathes all over, not just on the sides, so air flows through to baby's skin. Supreme helps keep baby dry, and healthy skin is dry skin, still with remarkable leakage protection. It breathes all over, no diaper can compare. Breathable Huggies Supreme, the ultimate in care.
When I see these stains, I see my son, Lenny. He fixes cars. Can you tell?
You need 409 Carpet Cleaner. On the toughest stains, it works even better than Resolve.
Later, Lenny.
Try 409 Carpet Cleaner.
We want you to come to New York, you and your wife.
Behind the mask of power.
John Milk.
Kevin Lomax.
We're currently representing 25 foreign countries.
Behind the facade of wealth.
Want to come upstairs?
Lies seduction.
I don't like it here, Kevin.
It's into everything. Money laundering for the Eastern Bloc.
Temptation.
Drug cases, murder.
Corruption. Keanu Reeves.
Who are you?
Al Pacino. The Devil's Advocate. Rated R. Starts Friday, October 17th at a theater near you.
This portion of E! is brought to you by Warner Brothers' Devil's Advocate, starting October 17th.
You guys, I sent the squid so Alan Wu could eat it. What's the matter with you? Come on, make the man eat it. Eat it.
Hey, ahead of you, sister.
Alan Wu, eat
Eat it. You know, we were talking before the show, and I think we've struck a deal. Alan is going to eat the squid. Everything except the head and tentacles. That means we will discard the invisible quill, we'll wash out the brownish blackish substance, but the entire body sack must be consumed by Alan Wu for the cool price of $50. Now, this is official now. We're teasing it today. It's going to happen. Are we going to do it tomorrow? Okay, we're going to do this tomorrow, so tune in tomorrow to see Alan Wu eat the squid. He has to eat it in its entirety, or the entire deal is null and void. It's a contractual obligation. If he backs out now, he has to eat it for free. Apparently, the Tonight Show writers have been catching up on their reading, and some of the wacky newspaper headlines they've discovered may surprise you. In this highlight, Jay showcases some clippings his staff has lovingly glued to little black cardboard squares. Enjoy.
Here's Jack Cassell, MD. Superlative urology with a personal touch. You know, if there's anything I don't want from my urologist, it's a personal touch, okay? Let's keep it all business. Okay. Here's a man, I'm sure a very qualified, excellent physician, just has a rather unfortunate name for what he does. Dr. Jamil Butt, who specializes in colon treatment. Dr. Jamil Butt. Colon treatment. And one last one here. I'm going to read you the story before I show you the headline. I think the headline, perhaps, although accurate, is well, not well chosen. It says, Iran's head of nut exports accused the European Union Wednesday of having imposed a temporary ban on imports of Iranian pistachios under pressure from the United States. And the headline said,
However, if that does happen, remember.
You grab it, you squeeze it, and you pull it.
Oh, yes, you do. Friday on The Tonight Show, singing dogs. And I'm not talking about the Spice Girls' ugly kid sisters. I'm talking about actual canine crooners. Tune in and howl with laughter. The following highlight from The View features hosts Star Jones, Debbie Matenopoulos, Meredith Vieira, and Joy Bay Hardy Har Har. She's my favorite. The ladies are discussing a topic vital to national security, the appearance of our president's genitalia. Here's hoping they don't shed too much light on the subject.
Her claim is just, it makes other sexual, it's not substantial enough. I think it makes other sexual harassment cases kind of, you know, it doesn't give them the credit that they deserve. I don't know. She also sued some state trooper for defamation, and she's probably going to sue me, but sue Barbara, because it's not my show. I'm not kidding.
That was good. But I hate to explain to you that you'd be named in the lawsuit too, baby.
Except what she said, the main thing that is her case is based on the fact that she can identify his genitalia. Now,
that it has some mark on it.
I cannot even remember what sweater they're wearing, okay? I mean, this is really off the wall.
I mean, and then it gets worse, Joy. Yeah, but, I mean, you look at this thing, and then the president's lawyer gets on television and says that he had a thorough dermatological exam, and the president's genitals have no blemishes, moles, or growth.
I don't want to know that. I don't want to know.
Don't want to go there, but we're there.
No, but he's very close to his genitalia. I understand he refers to it as Air Force One.
Actually, I heard he refers to it as
The little engine that could.
That's it, the little engine that could. Well, you know, size isn't important when it comes to trains. Friday on The View, Goldie Hawn will be discussing her new directorial offering, the made-for-TNT movie Hope. No word as to who plays Crosby. Coming up on Talk Soup, a fan of one-ply toilet paper steps into the limelight. But first, did Tico Salmon get a bit overdone in the run cycle? You be the judge. Kill me.
Mia Farrow's real life was more dramatic than any movie. She had a brilliant career.
You couldn't get any bigger as your first big film.
Intriguing romances.
She was crazy about it. Well, he was Frank Sinatra.
And a lover who had an affair with her daughter.
The one thing I have been guilty of is falling in love with Mrs. Farrow's adult daughter.
How did one man's love lead to a mother's betrayal?
I was completely traumatized.
Mia Farrow, this Saturday at 9 Eastern and Pacific on the True Hollywood Story.
When your kids are asking for a Halloween treat, Elmo says boo is silly and sweet. For learning numbers 1, 2, 3, Ernie says, come count with me. There's the best of Elmo and kids' favorite songs for kids who love to sing along. Brand new cassettes and videos from Sesame Street, the place kids grow, where the laughter and learning never end. Sesame Street Video and Audio.
Mom, play it again.
From Sony Wonder. Always collectible, now available at Toys R Us.
They say you want it less as you get older. They're so wrong.
Brave adults confront their uncontrollable desire for Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
I can't help bringing my problem home from the office. I work in a grocery store.
Those sweet flakes in a bowl of milk. Is it any wonder it's the cat's meow?
Thanks to my family's help, I'm much more in control. Hey, that's mine.
There's no denying it. Frosted Flakes have the taste adults have grown to love. They're great.
E's True Hollywood Story presents the premiere of Gilda Radner, followed by Karen Carpenter. This Sunday beginning at 6, only on E!
Sure, my old job gave me a paycheck.
Inspired, eye-opening, unexpected. Sunday nights on Bravo. Now the 3 most original hours on television are back-to-back. Expose at 7, the South Bank Show at 8, and Inside the Actors Studio, now at 9. Bravo's original series. Creativity without hype. Glamour stripped of myth. Television that frankly lives up to its potential. Sunday night original.
First there was Prism, a movie channel and a sports channel. It's been great, but now things just got better.
Let me show you something.
Now there's Stars, a channel just for movies.
Be prepared to reap the whirlwind, gentlemen.
And a channel just for sports on regular cable.
Woo! Might make your head blow off.
To continue to get great movies, all you've got to do is call your cable operator and say,
I want to see Stars.
Some sort of seafood product that you would like to see Alan Wu eat. At Talk Soup, E, P.O. Box 4897.
Dos Equis.
Oh, you little alky. Los Angeles, California, Neener Double Lock 48. Bon Jovi drummer Tico Torres is conspicuously absent from this Crooked Chase highlight. What's that all about? Gives the producers directions for cooking salmon in the dishwasher? Yeah, the dishwasher. But then when it comes time to actually test out the recipe, he's nowhere to be found. How's that for a red flag? Surprised Charlie and Lorianne are still willing to play along.
For those of you who just tuned in, no, we're not absolutely crazy. We're using a recipe from Tico Torres of Bon Jovi, okay? So you just use the top rack, and what we're going to do is put in one cycle, and look at that.
One cycle
You've got
of
a big tail
wash
there.
and one cycle of rinse.
Yeah. Get in there, boy. Come on.
Don't hear it.
Well, I'm not.
Okay.
Okay.
Put it in.
Now, before we do that, you got to get a little bit of this
No,
casting.
you don't do that.
You got to get the smell off somehow of that thing.
Our new Cascade lemon fish. No.
All right, so we
can't do
just
that.
put it in.
Now, another very important point. Before you turn it on, you have to make sure it is on heat dry. You
Right.
cannot do the energy saver or the air dry. The heat must be on, so it will help to steam the fish.
Okay.
So are we ready?
Yeah, launch it.
Launch it?
Should take about
It's on.
45 minutes to go through the complete cycle of the wash and the heat drying. And then about 45 minutes later here on the show, we will come up and taste our fish.
Who's going to taste it?
You are.
When the salmon was finally finished, Lorianne convinced ventriloquist Ron Lucas to be the test pilot. Ron Lucas. Let's take a look.
This is dishwater. I keep saying dishwasher. Dishwasher salmon. The honest opinion of the dishwasher salmon.
No, well, I know the smell. We know that. But no, how was it? How was it? It's delicious. It is?
You know, somewhere Tico Torres from Bon Jovi is sitting there going, dude, they fell for it. No way. Where's the vodka? Friday, Crook and Chase will be trying to guess what's in the box. Heck, they may be even asking the studio audience to play along. It's going to be that kind of show. Feeling interactive? Well, then, tune in, my friend. When it comes to shamelessly pandering, few shows can hold a candle to Talk Soup. We'll bow to any special interest group. We'll even sell our mothers for free T-shirts and beer. That's why it's nice to see the staff of Late Night is equally as unscrupulous. Here's Conan O'Brien introducing a new feature designed to please the NBC affiliate in Salt Lake City, Utah.
We're going to recreate Brigham Young and the Mormons' pilgrimage to Utah, featuring hamsters as the courageous oxen team. This will be good. Yeah! You know, the Mormons would have gotten to Salt Lake City so much faster if that plexiglass hadn't been in the way, you know? It's that damn plexiglass.
And all right, thrown millet out in front of them.
Exactly. Oh, look, one of them's just kind of freaking out in the corner, the white one.
I think he's actually trying to mate with the wagon.
He's very very confused. He's pulling it now, backwards. All right, someone free them before the hamster people get all over us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you,
The powerful hamster lobby.
Yeah.
As shocking as this may sound, the hamsters using that highlight were actually Episcopalians. Nice going, Conan. Duh. Friday on Late Night, Robert Pastorelli will be talking about his new ABC series, Cracker. Not to be confused with Billy Bob Thornton or any of his relatives. One last break, then we're history. Coming up, we're going to meet a Montel guest who's so cheap.
How cheap is he?
He's very cheap.
Buy 2-ply, but I make sure it's the cheapest. This way I get twice as much out of the roll. I just keep rewinding it, and I get 2 rolls out of 1.
You want it? E's got it. Call 1-800-678-1717 to order Talk Soup merchandise now. We've got 100% cotton T-shirts and sweatshirts, including the one-of-a-kind Talk Soup in Tahiti design. Plus, don't miss out on our custom oversized Talk Soup mug. And now, you too can be a fashion plate right down to your Talk Soup boxer shorts. So call toll-free 24 hours a day, 1-800-678-1717. Make that call, order now, and get all decked out with E.
She's one of the most talented comedians of all time.
She'd do anything to get the laugh.
She loved improvisational comedy and got to do it.
Gilda did characters that were wonderful and silly and mainstream.
Gilda was America's sweetheart.
She wanted to show people that you could have cancer and not let it get the best of you.
Gilda shined, and she did it until the very end of her life.
Gilda Radner, Sunday at 8 Eastern and Pacific on the E! True Hollywood Story.
Dear Mom, camp is rough. Being out in the wild sure makes a kid hungry. But the sandwiches we got just aren't enough. It makes me homesick for you and a hot bowl of Campbell's tomato soup.
Nothing turns an ordinary sandwich into a hot, satisfying meal like rich, wholesome Campbell's tomato soup.
Mom?
I brought you something for those sandwiches.
Wow, tomato soup. You're the best, Mom.
Campbell's makes everything.
Better.
Now at Sears Portrait Studio, save over 50%. Get all these portraits for our new low price of only $7.95. Only $7.95. Save over 50%. Now at Sears. Hurry in.
Unfortunately, you don't always have time to check labels. So you may not know that Ocean Spray Cranberry Cocktail is only 27% juice. But Northland is 100% juice, blending cranberries with natural juices like apple and grape instead of sugar and water. Northland Cranberry Juice Blends, 100% honest to goodness juice.
Is excellence a state of mind? It's more than that. It's also the hair color I love. Excellence cream from L'Oreal. It's a special cream, rich in moisture. It doesn't drip. It even protects, and it really covers gray. Excellence from L'Oreal, the creme de la creme of hair color.
I'm a big kid, look what I can do. I can ride on a train like a big kid too.
Big news for your big kid. Pull-up training pants now have Mickey Mouse on them, just like big kid underwear. Kids will want to wear them.
Mommy, wow. I'm a big kid now.
Oh, hey, Cookie, any more paste thick and chunky salsa? That ain't paste. But Cookie, paste is made with only fresh jalapenos and big crisp chunks of vegetables, the way salsa should be made for that bold taste born in San Antonio. This stuff's made in New York City. New York City!
For authentic salsa, pick up the pace. And now, try our new thick and chunky salsa with fresh cilantro flavor.
Leap into action and spin into the limelight with Coming Attractions for a look at the hottest movies hitting the big screen. It's Coming Attractions, next, only on E!
I'm once, twice, 3 times John Henson. And I love you. Yeah. All right. Lisa says her husband Roy is the cheapest man in the world. This Montel guest is such a penny pincher, he actually thinks Talk Soup has great production values. Here he is sharing some of his economizing tips with viewers from coast to coast. We'll start off with a secret that could save you big bucks in the bathroom.
Let's take a look at this tape.
And this is what I do with my toilet paper. I buy 2-ply, but I make sure it's the cheapest. This way I get twice as much out of the roll. I just keep rewinding it, and I get 2 rolls out of 1. As condiments are concerned, I haven't purchased any in many, many years. What I usually do is, if I go to a fast food place, I'll just take some extra ones, or even ask for extra ones, and refill my bottles that I have at home. So much for the ketchup, and of course I do the same thing for the mustard. Haven't spent a penny on it in years. Paper towels cost 65, 75 cents a roll. No need to use them once and throw them out. What I do is hang them up, dry, and reuse them. Very practical. Saves me money every time. Get months out of them.
Saves me money every time. Let me ask you this question. One time you were at the mall shopping.
Yes.
And Roy came back to you, and he was all wet, right?
He was all wet, and I asked him what had happened, and he told me, oh, I just got a little drink of water. I was like, Roy, where did you get a little drink of water? He goes, well, it wasn't really a drink of water that I got. I was getting coins out of the fountain.
We were going to write a new joke to insert here, but Roy suggested we reuse the tag to that late-night clip we just saw, so here goes. As shocking as this may sound, the hamsters using that highlight were actually Episcopalians. Oh, nice going, Conan. Well, hey, I guess it really does pay to recycle. Friday on Montel, is Greg Agnew a real blonde? Are Suzanne Senna's skirts actually as tight as they appear on camera? Get a behind-the-scenes look at some big-time news organizations. Who knows what dirt they'll dig up about Kometko. Tomorrow on Talk Soup, a couple of angry Hellcats fight over their main man.
What happens in the bedroom is our business and not yours. Exactly the same way. What's in our bedroom is my business. There's nothing in your bed.
Well, looks like the start of another beautiful friendship. Which reminds me, have you hugged an irate talk show guest recently? Well, maybe you should. Think about it. Bye.